Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to look at how to use ChatGPT to learn new vocabulary, and we will specifically focus on airport vocabulary. As you can see in the screen, I have given some instructions for ChatGPT to use. So these instructions just give ChatGPT directions so that it doesn't take me to unnecessary places. So my directions are: chat with me so that I practice learning English. Please use simple language. As you can see, I am trying to say my English level here. I would like to talk about airport and travel so that I improve my airport vocabulary. Please use vocabulary and phrases I can come across at the airport. So this will prepare you for your travel. You can also ask me questions that I can come across at the airport. Ask me one question. So if you don't say, ask me questions, a ChatGPT usually won't ask you questions. So if you would like to have a proper conversation, you can say, ask me questions. Ask me one question at a time. If you don't say that, a ChatGPT will be asking you so many questions in one time. So I said, ask me one question at a time because I am trying to learn English. And I say, simple questions, please. I tell that I'm trying to learn English and ChatGPT will record this. And simple questions, please. And you will see in the conversations, you will be receiving simple questions. Let's see what kind of results coming on. As you can see, ChatGPT is happy to help practicing English and airport vocabulary. And you see the question here. When you go to the airport, do you usually check in online? And as you can see here, the word check-in is an vocabulary phrase that you will learn. You will need to learn to go to airport. And do you prefer to check in at the airport counter? So you can check in online or at the airport counter. And I say I prefer to check in online because it is usually free. And I'm trying to use the vocabulary I already know. And the answer is that's a good choice. This is usually what ChatGPT does. Checking in online can save you time and is giving you reasons, sometimes even let you choose your seat. And then you will see here a suitcase. This is another vocabulary you will be using. And check-in again repeated here. So you learn this vocabulary. Or do you usually only bring a small bag as carry-on? Small bag and suitcase and carry-on, these are something you need to learn as well. So carry-on, this is the luggage, basically small bag, you take it with you. Carry-on luggage, that's called, and it's usually free. And my response to this is, so I would like to use carry-on. I usually bring a small bag, so a small carry-on. So I use carry-on in my sentence so that I learn this vocabulary. Carry-on luggage, so I used luggage instead of bag. So I'm just trying to practice my vocabulary. And here, as you can see, I'm trying to use all the vocabulary available there. And traveling with a small carry-on is convenient, as you can keep it with you during the flight. When you are at the airport, you might hear announcements about boarding. You see announcement boarding, and do you prefer is asking me another question here, to board early, boarding, and like announcements, boarding, and some new vocabulary I am learning. And passenger, this is the one who is traveling. This is you basically. And plane, and this is the vehicle you are traveling, and so on. And do you like to wait until most of other passengers have boarded? Again, passengers are getting on the flight basically, so this is boarding. And so remember the queue you are having when you go to airport, this is boarding queue. So now I am going to respond using the vocabulary that ChatGPT already used. So I prefer and here I will be using the vocabulary board again. So getting on, I prefer to board last. So I am the last person to board at the airport. And again, you see, motivating you boarding last can be a good choice if you like to avoid the crowds. And when you are on the plane, the flight attendant, another, and is telling me about turning my devices on airplane mode. Airplane mode means you're basically not using your phone, it's not available for any internet connection, etc. And this helps prevent any interference with the plane's communication systems. And these are kind of vocabulary you might hear at the aircraft. Do you usually remember to switch your devices to airplane mode before takeoff? And before takeoff, and this is basically your flight is going to fly. Yes, I remember to switch my devices to airplane mode. I say so. Switch airplane mode. So this is again kind of airplane vocabulary.